All right, so we are going to fix the Roomba 880 Air 2 clean breast cage error that comes up. Took me almost an hour to kind of figure out what was going on, because normally when you clean the two brush wheels, you get hair on the two end caps, and usually that's good enough. But after doing that about 10 times, and it still would only run for about 10-15 minutes or so, and then the error code would come back, I kind of took everything apart to kind of see what was going on. So just going to do a quick video, show you guys what I end up finding, and finally got rid of that error 2 clean breast cage code. So you still open up and remove your brushes, and what I found is normally you get that hair that packs up on the end here, and normally that's good enough on the dark and the yellow roller or the brush. I'm assuming that's what Roomba calls it. And normally those pack up, and then you clean those out, and that's usually good enough. But then, as I start to dig a little further, after it wouldn't continue to run or clean after 10 or 15 minutes or so, a couple people posted online that you remove these little yellow end caps, which I did. So I removed one at first, and it was a lot of hair packed on that end. On the yellow one wasn't as bad. So after I cleaned both of those, put it back together, still had the same issue. It only ran for like 10 minutes or so. Error 2 comes back up. So when I did the darker one at the same time, you remove the yellow end cap. Sure enough, there was still hair on the inside. Sorry, there's still a little bit of hair because I was running it after I finally got it back together. But what I really found on the darker one, the yellow end cap, that little brass sleeve that's in there normally stays on the roller. And what was happening, I'm trying to see if I can get it out of there, but it's already snapped back in, so I can't get it out. But what happened is that brass sleeve was stuck on here, and it wasn't rotating freely on the roller. So you see how that little yellow end cap on the dark one spins. So once I had it back inside the Roomba, see, I can spin that freely by hand, and what was happening is that brass one on that end was so bound up that it wouldn't spin it freely. So I'm assuming this one was spinning freely, and then if it starts to heat up a little bit, the Roomba was thinking that hair or something was still stuck inside of there. So that was my issue. I didn't see anybody else post any kind of videos or solutions about that, but that's all I did. Got a pair of pliers, kind of rotated it off of there, cleaned that metal shaft up, sprayed a little WD-40 on there as well. Then once I put it back together, I was like, well, you know, that end piece finally spins freely. Once I put it back together, yeah, still ran for another half an hour, 45 minutes with no issues. Both rollers are spinning freely like they should. So I hope this video helps out anybody else who has the Roomba 880. Keep getting that error 2 clean brush cage error that comes up. Thanks, guys.